So hey guys, first of all, Room 104, this episode was so different, so incredibly different from the first episode, Ralphie. And I really like that, and I kind of think that's going to set the tone for the rest of this season. Like, every episode is going to be different. Like, this one I did not think was scary or, you know, just anything like the first episode, and I'm totally okay with that. I'm curious to see what you guys thought about it. My initial plans were to watch it and do a live reaction show and upload it Friday night, but then I was for some reason thinking it came on 10:30 Eastern time, and it actually comes on 11:30, and I had a flight, like I had to leave at 5 in the morning for my flight last week, so it was just going to be impossible because it takes me like 2 hours to do that. I think this show is really perfect for those types of live reaction videos, but I am going to be traveling the next 2 weekends, so it's probably not going to happen, but I will still do a video about the show within that week. First of all, I love James Van Der Beek. Even though Dawson's Creek, like, I didn't watch, I maybe watched a couple of episodes. I was not like a big Dawson's Creek person, but I just kind of was a fan of like Katie Holmes and James Van Der Beek. They're like older than me, but I was like into them, I guess, at the time. I feel like I watched them in a lot of movies, but I've always liked James Van Der Beek. I always thought he was really, really cute when I was younger. So hearing that he was going to be in the episode was exciting to me because I was like, wow, that's kind of like a blast from the past, and that's good. So, you know what I also love about this show is that both episodes I have not been able to figure out the twist, because I know there's always going to be like a major twist, and there was a major one in this episode. The fact that this guy, who we thought was like this poor, pitiful, like pizza boy that was being abused by these crazy sex people, it was just like, he was actually like, they were all in on it together, and they were like doing these stage things for people who basically kind of like they were like actors. I'm not really sure what they were doing. Let me know what you think about it, but it was like some people I feel like were paying to have a role in this scenario or something. Like, I don't know, some kind of weird like role play kind of thing, I guess, but I thought it was good. Now, I originally thought from the first episode that the room was evil and was possessing people, so I'm not so sure about that now, because the second episode it didn't really seem like anyone was possessed. So maybe this series is just like a collection of the bizarre things that go on in this room. So I guess if we think about what happened in episode 1, we have to figure out now, like, okay, so who was really crazy in that scenario? Because if the room wasn't possessing them, like, who was mentally ill? Like, who were the crazy people in that scenario? So that's something we could definitely discuss, and I would love to know your thoughts, like, down below. But this one was very different, and I'm wondering, like, if those of you who liked episode 1 liked episode 2 because it was so different. And if you've seen the Twilight Zone before, this is kind of how it worked. Like, every episode was very different from the other, and it wouldn't necessarily be scary. Sometimes they were kind of funny or heartwarming or just weird and eccentric, but the only difference is they always took place in different, like totally different settings, kind of like Black Mirror. But with this, we have that room is going to be the common denominator, like in every episode. So I haven't had a chance to see like the promo for next week, but I will check it out because I'm interested to see what might be going on in next week's episode. But I love how they've been able to surprise me, and if any of you guys figured out the twist in this one, you're pretty much geniuses, but let me know down below. But let me know, did you like this episode? Did you like it as well as the first episode? I know a couple people commented they did not really like the first episode, so maybe if you stuck with the show and watched this, maybe you liked it better, or maybe you didn't. But whatever you think, I would like to know. Let me know down below. I'm still really excited for the rest of this season, and I love the fact that it kind of leaves us in the dark and everything's different and new cast members every time, and I think that's really cool and refreshing. So I hope you guys are having a great week so far, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Kelly TV. I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of the Kelly TV family. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter so you can keep up with all I'm doing.